animations too, I'm sure. You know what? In fact, you know, nobody recognizes these things. I mean, no. When was the last time someone looked at a game and said, "Oh my God, the animations are so cool! I just can't believe it. It's absolutely incredible. I'm gonna play that game just because the animations are neat and they tickle my fancy." And it's just the neatest of things. The answer is never. So in a way, all this stuff doesn't matter, but we're doing it anyway because it's kind of fun. Yeah, I usually don't take this long with these things, but this is really looking bad, horrible, pathetic, absolutely abhorrent, sinfully bad. So I'm gonna fix that. Oh God Almighty, that's looking bad. Camera. I don't know if I mentioned this already. I hope I'm not sounding too condescending to people. I know in the last one, and I listen to myself, and oh my God, if you've ever listened to yourself, you sound insane. Well, I do. I sound crazy. Like I'm just the master of everything, and you are the serfs of the internet world. You are the peons of animation, and I don't like you. You're beneath me. That's not what I'm trying to portray here. If I sound like I am, I'm sorry. We're gonna break my own rule. How about that? We are gonna break my own rule. What I like to strive for when I'm doing this is for oh, that's good. Yeah, is connected. Now, for example, you can have the crappiest setup ever, but if the fingers are touching each other, well, it just looks 100 times better. Now let's zoom out and take a gander at that. Looks like crap, doesn't it? Come on, get it. There we go. Oh, if you didn't catch that little slick maneuver there, this outside gray thing, and I don't know, if you guys are all Max inclined, such as wonderfully educated with Max as I am. This will let you rotate from whatever angle you're at. So while these are all constrained to the X, Y, and Z axis, this is whatever you want it to be. And I think that's pretty self-explanatory of when that could be useful. So that's good enough. It's okay if you got clipping in here. Obviously, there's only so much you can do with, 3D hands. People like to get huffy and puffy and groovy with all their little fingering, and it's not right on the dot, it's not on the money, it annoys me because the finger is clipping slightly into the grip. It's too bad for you. You're never gonna get perfect with this crap. Never. It's out to get you, remember? Remember what I said about Max? It's trying to kill you and your family. So whenever you can beat it, you beat it. Get even with it. There we go. That's it's looking okay. I guess when I looks a little too far out that way. But that's an origin thing. You can fix that, or I can later on. I don't know if if you're doing this for another engine, if you can, but I will. I'll fix that, I think, later. What else? Oh, okay. This is pretty important here. We're going to constrict. Zoom extents again. We're going to constrict some of these things to move only a certain way. Remember the fingers? They can only rotate along the y-axis. Well, groovy, Nick. We remembered that. Well, what's next? What could possibly be constricted to move only one way? Well, when was the last time you saw a bolt do this or rotate around? The answer should be never. Unless you're living on Mars. Now, which way is this bolt going to move? And it may seem like a dumb question, but when you're doing this, and the gun's rotating, the bolt is going one way, where you want it to move always across this direction, correct? Alright, so let's constrict it there. It'll help you a lot later on, and it's just one of those things. I think I clicked it wrong, didn't I? And I never get this on the right try, I never do. The x-axis. There we are. Now it only moves on the x-axis. Even if you try to go up, or the z, I'm sorry, it won't go. That's important. Now there's this trigger here. Ordinarily, if it were any kind of a regular, normal trigger, you would want it to rotate and not move only on the axis of, I guess the x, if I'm not mistaken. Now, rotating here, you still want it to be only on the x, or the z, there it is. It obviously doesn't rotate the other way, but it's going to have to move because, you know, it's a freaking push or whatever this thing is. You can't just rotate it back. It's got to go in. God, I just constricted it to that, didn't I? There we are. Maybe it was X instead of Z. Perfect. Groovy. Alright. Magazines you don't want to constrict, obviously, ever, ever, never, never, because they're going to be going all over the place, up, down, left, right, sideways, diagonal, every way. Is that it? Is it? When did I start this? 30 minutes ago. Oh, the date is September 29th or the 30th? 29th December 2004. For those of you in 2,000 years find this buried and wondering what the heck our generation was smoking. I just did your job for you. Okay, that's all looking good enough. It's looking, you know, I could hold a gun like that, etc., etc., etc. Wrist. I forgot something. The wrist of this grip here. It's not, you know, it's not. Oh God, it didn't adjust it. But well, actually, you know, I don't even think you need to adjust it. It's helpful sometimes to have, and this is condition 0 arms here. If you know what those are, if you don't, it's okay. This belt, I don't know what is this, like a glove? Ooh, it's a glove strap. It's the fanciest glove known to man, I guess. Got a $20 strap on there. If you're working with arms that don't have a specific way they need to be, for example, you cannot, this would be a no-no, have this back arm, you know, like this, because you can tell that's wrong. It has to be a certain way, you know, that the belt on the glove designates where the wrist is, the middle of it, or in that general area. So if you're working with those arms, you have both a bigger chore to deal with, because you've always got to make sure your arms are like that, and also you've got a bigger reward, because, you know, you can tell, you know, well, I'm trying, how am I going to word this so that those of you can understand what I'm saying here? Your animation is going to look neater because you're always going to be able to tell where the belt is. If anyone can understand what I'm saying. If all of this is just for looking, I mean, who cares? It's an animation. Who cares it's a model? Who cares it's the skin? If it's all to look better, and that's what these all are, then yours is going to look extra good because people are going to notice that. Subconsciously, of course. Nobody's going to actually tell you this other than me, apparently. Nobody else can recognize it. Okay, it's 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. What is that? Is that like, what time is it in God, what am I talking about? Forget what I'm saying. No, like other time, like European time. For those of you in Europe. Something o'clock, like 90 o'clock, or what are they? Yeah, military time, there we go. How can I love the military and not know what the word military time is? What is it? 2100 o'clock. I don't think that's right, is it? Yes, 2100 o'clock. For those of you close enough. Oh, 7 minutes, good lord. Most important thing you can learn from this entire BTM is that I look really, really goofy and stupid in this headset.